You know what? I'm just jumping right in because if y'all knew how many times I almost stabbed my eye out on this euphorbia trying to get the light and everything together, we just gonna jump right in because it ain't gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be us. We gonna do what we do. Welcome back to a second episode. Y'all thought I wasn't gonna make it. Listen, if I ain't make it to episode 2, I want to say something will be wrong with me, but that's not true. Because sometimes you can start with all the best intentions and life be happening. Life be happening. You be like, I'm gonna do it, and you don't. I just know for me, this is something that I want to be committed to. So thank you all for tuning in to the second episode of Monique and Bloom. I'm Monique, in case you was wondering, who is this girl? I am Monique. I lit an incense before I started this, and I probably shouldn't have because you know how you smell an incense and it smells one way, but then when you burn it, it has a whole nother smell. Mm, it's not doing it for me. Hopefully, I can push my way through. Let me set my alarm like I did last time. I should have done that before I started the video, but I didn't. Here we are. How are y'all doing today? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Y'all doing okay? You saw the title. Well, with Monique and Bloom, first of all, it's a channel where we're going to be discussing all things planty. If you saw the title, you know we're going to be talking about pond. I had a couple questions about pond. Do a little rewatering. I'm going to show you guys my prop box, which I have over to the side, and something else special that I want to show you guys. So thank you for joining me on this journey. And we're just going to jump right in. We're going to jump right in. So this plant here, the one that almost stuck my eye out, let me move this to the side. This euphorbia, make sure I'm saying the name right. Euphorbia trigona. I bought this. Isn't it beautiful? First of all, my friend had it. Do I even need to say her name? Michelle. Michelle had this, and you know what? I'm not a cactus succulent person. I just don't do well with them, and I know they don't require as much. They don't require as much water and attention, but that's the reason why I haven't done well with them classically. But she had this one, and I wanted it, and I've been thinking about it for a while. Went out for my birthday and I saw it and I was like, matter of fact, I was scouring the Home Depot, scouring for it, couldn't find it. And when I tell you, me and my husband were in there walking up and down, couldn't find it. I was kind of sad, bummed out. I started looking at seeds of other stuff. But you know when you go looking for something and you're not gonna be satisfied till you get exactly what you want. And there was a point in my plant journey I wasn't like that. It was like I wanted this, but I'll get anything because I just want it. I just want something, something, something. That's not where I was. That's not where I'm at this place in my plant journey. My birthday was a couple months ago. I went in there, couldn't find what I was looking for. I was a little bummed out, but I was planning to leave with nothing. But child, how many know sometimes you got to go rifling through? You got to go rifling through the shelves. And she and two others was hiding behind, waiting for mother. Waiting for mother, waiting for mother. Isn't she gorgeous? I have written down a log of how many of when I water this because I don't want to overwater it. I have her in right now. She's in a wet west facing window, um, so she's getting the good afternoon sun. But I'm gonna have to. I've started already pulling her back because here in New York it's getting colder. So I know that she doesn't need to be in front of the window. Too close to the window, getting that cold air. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna move her fully away from the window and put her on a shelf in another room and just put her under a grow light. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? What do you do with your little hmm, look at that. How you don't see the glory of God when you this is just a funky, crazy. Isn't it beautiful? Look at the name. Can you see it? No. Euphorbia trigona. Google it yourself. I'm not doing all the work for you. Not doing all the work for you. She's in pond too. She was in soil. Was she in soil? Ooh, I don't even. You know what? It is in soil. It's the same soil that it came in. I haven't repotted it. I just like the look of pond on top of a plant. So that's what I did. So how should I do this? Pond. Let's talk about pond. So I'm gonna be really brief and try to give as much information as I can in my limited knowledge. So plants, whatever it is that you plant a plant in is the substrate. The substrate is the material in which a plant grows. That could be soil, that could be moss, that could be perlite, that could be um, leca, that could be pond. Those are all different kinds of substrates. A lot of my plants, well, Most of my plants are in regular old Miracle Grow soil. Then there's some that I've mixed some perlite, some orchid bark, some moss, a little bit of pond, different depending on what the plant needs because some of the like a regular Miracle Grow is very moisture retaining and some plants don't like that. They don't want to stay as wet for as long. So you may mix it with a little bit of orchid bark or some cocoa coir. Is that what it's called? Cocoa coir? Comment down below because I don't know if I'm saying it right. But you make your mixture a little more chunky so that it can aerate, so that the soil can breathe and it doesn't stay wet as long. That's what they call a chunky soil mix in these parts. So some of my plants have that. But I find that pond for my alocasia and some of my aglaonema. Those of y'all who know me know that I love an aglaonema. That is the plant that I first really, really fell in love with. And as I was thinking about it, I was like, is that the plant that I have the most of? So I checked my list. Every plant person that's worth their salt has a list in their phone of all their plants. And listen, even if it's not written down, you got pictures, you know exactly how many plants you should. Well, maybe listen, you do what you want to do. I have 8 out of all my plants, all different kinds of genuses. Aglaonema is the top plant that I have. I have 8 of them. Um, some of them, like this one, I love this one. This one is called the Aglaonema Frosted Ghost. This one is in soil. This one is regular soil. It doesn't need pond. It doesn't mind. I let it dry out. If I water this once a month, twice a month, she don't require much. But there was a point when I first brought her home. She was a little less bushy than this. I don't know if you can see. It's like a soil spillage. It's like a purplish. There's like a purplish veining in there. So pretty. But she just rebelled when she came in this house. I cut her all the way back. And then she just took off, honey. Took off. But she loves soil. But then there's other aglaonemas, like the one I showed you last week, the red army, the one that's camouflaged with the red veining, and then the other really pretty pink one. Those don't seem to do well with me in soil. Some people I see do well in it. They seem to do well. Well, the red army is in pond, but there's no drainage. It's just in a vessel with no drainage holes with the pond. That's my first time ever doing that. So y'all pray my strength in the Lord with that. The other ones all are in a reservoir where I probably oh, you know what, I do have something right here. Y'all say goodbye to Frosted Ghost for now. I need to water her, so let me just do that while I'm here. She's in a cash pot. Michelle gave me this too. Listen, Michelle, I love you. It's not every video that I'm gonna be blowing you up, but you're such a part of my plant journey. So I'm just gonna water her real quick. I have a little drip tray underneath. I'll let her sit in this for a little while and put her to the side so that I don't get distracted. Because if you haven't figured by now, easily distracted. So I was saying that I think I was saying this one. This is another aglaonema. Isn't she beautiful? I'm not telling y'all who I got this from because whatever. Self-watering. That's what I was saying. The other one there is self-watering, where you either have the soil, whatever your substrate is, your soil, your pond, whatever it is, and you have 2 wicks. And instead of, I mean, some people, when they self water, they'll water in the top, let it drip out into the drip tray, and then let the plant absorb it up through the wicks. But most of my self watering, I just pour water in here, and then let the plant. That way, it lessens the chance of you overwatering or underwatering because the plant is going to it's going to take up exactly what it needs. Oh, look at that aglaonema. Oh, I got a bloom. Why y'all ain't tell me? Strangers in the night, exchanging glances. Y'all see that bloom? I didn't even know that was over there. Monique is in bloom, and so is her aglaonema. So is her aglaonema. I didn't even realize. Let me turn her around. Where is it? I didn't just imagine that, did I? Am I? All right, y'all. I know I'm not going crazy. I just saw that bloom on camera, and now I don't see it no more. I'm going crazy. I feel like I'm going crazy. Oh, there it is. Child, look at that. The glory of God. Let me fix this light and try not to stick myself in the eye with this thing again. I probably don't even need this light, but felt like it was a little dark. How is that without it? I don't even need it. Trial and error, honey. Trial and error. I was gonna wait until the end of the video to show this, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I celebrated my 4-year wedding anniversary the other weekend. I had been telling my husband how I wanted, not for the anniversary, just in general, you talk to your person, you tell them, oh, I want this, I like that. The Legos have a botanical series where they have all kinds of things, flowers and plants and succulents, all kinds of plants. And I mentioned to him that I wanted it. And me and a couple of my girlfriends, hey Kayla, hey Christina, we were planning on getting one and doing it as a group. But my husband ended up buying me one before we could do it as a group. I don't even know if you could fully appreciate. This is a hibiscus. This is 660 pieces. Yep, 660 pieces. I put it together in 3 days. It was easy, but it was fun. It was so rewarding. Look at how, I don't know if you could appreciate how beautiful this is. It was so much fun to do. And when I was Googling about our anniversary, I was, every anniversary has one is paper, five is wood. I don't know, I just made that up. But the 4th year anniversary, it said it was a toss between traditional and modern. And either it was fruit and flowers was traditional and linen was modern, or fruit and flowers was modern and linen was traditional. But I couldn't decide what I wanted to get him. So when he got this for me, I was like, did you know that it was fruit and flowers for the 4th? Did you know you was in the zone? He said he knew. I don't think he knew. He just knew I wanted it. He got it. Listen, I'm a person that likes to put, you look at that. I guess when you love flowers, you just love all the things flowery, right? So pretty. Thank you, Eric Smith. I love you. All right, let's go on. Let's move on to the prop box. Some plants require a little more humidity. And because I live in the great state of New York, we just don't get it, at least not in my apartment. So I bought this little box situation from the discount store, but it has like the little openings on the side for the handle. So I taped the inside, taped the outside, and made a sealed environment where corms can grow and plants that need more humidity can grow. That's why you see all the condensation. The condensation. So let's show y'all what I have in here. Okay. This is a philodendron. Mm, mm. I forgot the name of it. Oh my goodness, we got to come back. Forgive me. My friend bought an alocasia frydek, and I was repotting it for her. She asked me to repot it, and it had corms in it. So I was like, "Can I steal a couple?" She said, "Go ahead, girl." So I planted the corm. One corm is in here, I believe, in pond, which is my substrate of choice for alocasia. Popped it in a cup. Yeah, this could probably be changed. You mind your business. I'm not drinking it. I know the plant probably, it water need to be changed. But how long have I had this? I think she gave this to me, the corm, in maybe July, August. I don't know. I don't even know if you can see. I don't know what I'm expecting. I've never grown an alocasia from a corm, so I'm not sure if this is fast growth, if it's, you know, I'm not sure. But it's gratifying. It's gratifying. I have two nice leaves, but I also had another corm. It might be one or two in this same time, same plant. Planted it in another one because you never know. One might take off and the other one might not. So I put that one in here and nothing, nothing, not a lick, not a sprout. So I don't know if this one done went on home to be with the Lord, y'all. It ain't doing nothing for me. This was an aglaonema, a tricolor Anyamane. How they do it online? They put their hand behind it. I'm not doing that right now. And it's like a beautiful, like white, green, speckled. Maybe I should insert pictures. My friend Tish, hey Tish, hey girl. She's the one that also told me to write a list so I could stay on track. I'm getting there, girl. This plant was so beautiful, and again, it was in soil. It wasn't doing well in soil, and I couldn't figure it out because I see other people have it in soil, and it seems to work for them. It hasn't worked for me. So I switched it to pond, put it in a little naked plants of self-watering, and I put it in the prop box for more humidity. And it was doing well, but then it stopped doing well. So I just don't know. I don't want to give up on it because it's such a beautiful plant. I know y'all looking at it like I don't see nothing. It ain't nothing. It's just this little stem here. There's a little growth coming from the side. You can't see it. I ain't gonna make you strain your eyes. I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm sorry if this is not exciting to y'all. I don't know why on God's green earth I didn't make a better list. I just bought this recently. This is the Makotis patola. I think it's a jewel orchid, Makotis patola, and maybe I'll put a list in the comments. I'll put a list of all the plants so that way if you ever wanted to buy or you have questions, you'll know what to look for. Because I know that's always helpful when I'm watching videos. This has been, it was two plants I bought off of Etsy, some Etsy shop, are pretty reasonably priced. And I just separated them just because, again, sometimes things take off, sometimes they fail. And I just wanted to ensure my chances of having something down the road. But it's pretty. It's pretty to me. You don't like it? That is your business. That is your business. We got some new growth here. Makotis patola. It's really pretty. I just love the look at that. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know how the Lord does it. That's why he's him and I'm me. This is a Hoya. This is the Wilbur Graves China. I I had this. There's another Hoya. Well, there was another Hoya in there. A splash, a Matilde splash. And they both came as small little specimens from the same seller on Etsy. So I said, let me plant them together until they get bigger. So that way I can have a nice full pot. Child, that Matilde, and everybody that I see with their Matilde, let me just take a sidebar. Can somebody tell me how to get rid of this glare on my glasses? Because I can't keep my head in a certain angle and it's driving me crazy. Is it driving y'all crazy? Back to business. The Matilde, it did not do well for me. I don't know what I did wrong. Um, I'm not sure if it was, I know it was the lighting was right. So I don't know if it was a humidity thing or if it didn't want the pond. I'm not sure. So I've just cut it back. It's still in there. The roots are still in there in the stem. So one day, child, it might just start growing again. But for now, we just have the Hoya Wilbur Graves China. Isn't that gorgeous? Water spilling all over the place. And there's some new growth on here as well. I don't know if you can see right here, over here. There's plenty of new growth on here. I'm really happy with this one. I'm going to keep this one in the prop box because it seems to be happy. Look at that um, variegation. So pretty. And it seems to like it in here. So that's where I am going to keep it. This is the Monstera adansonii mint. I've seen this in different with different names, uh, but I'm going with adansonii mint. So it's gonna have the this leaf already has oh it's not called serration. Get it together, Monique. Y'all know what I mean. The perforated leaves. Not all of them are, but it's been doing really well here. This was another really small specimen that I bought for a couple of dollars, but I just thought it was worth it, and it's just really beautiful. I can't wait. I can't wait until it grows and gets bigger. Look at that. Can you giving him something he can feel? Oh, to let him know. Now, what is this plant? Philodendron. Oh my goodness. In any event, I wasn't doing well with it, and I put it back in the prop box, and it's do. Oh, I can't believe I don't. You know what? Hold on. I'm just gonna look at my phone and my plant list because I don't want to leave y'all. Well, once you Google it, you're gonna see that it's not um, philodendron snowdrift. It looks nothing like it should look because it was full. It was beautiful. I should have inserted B-roll. Teach next time. I'm gonna do it next time. But y'all gonna see because as we go through this journey, you're gonna see how it bounces back and how it gets bigger and fuller. And then it's just a process. And sometimes I just get joy out of the process of seeing the thing go from a big, beautiful thing to looking like you want to give up hope on it. And then it just, it takes its time to grow back to where it needs to be. So we'll see what happens. So this is a philodendron snowdrift. It's really pretty when it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. This one is in soil. Seems to like it in soil. I think all of my philodendron are in soil. And then this is another alocasia. I found this. I was unpotting something, not an alocasia. It was something else, and I found a corm in there. I was like, "Where did this even come from?" You know what? I think what happened was I was repotting an alocasia, and I guess I had some of the extra soil, and I dumped it back into my soil mix. And so when I went to repot something else, I put the soil in there, and the corm was in there. So I'm unpotting like an aglaonema or something else, and I was like, "What is this alocasia corm doing in there?" So I didn't know which kind it was. I still don't know which kind this is, to be honest with you, because I don't have many. So y'all gonna find out when I do. I don't have a clue. Ooh. So that's all that I have in here. Nothing too fancy, nothing too special, but they're special to me. So I keep them in here, so that they can get the humidity that they need. Every now and again, I'll take the top off. I'll take the top off so that it could breathe. Because I mean, I know some people keep their stuff in 100% humidity 100% of the time. If that works for you, then that works for you. I like to let a thing breathe. You gotta let it breathe. What else did I say I wanted to talk about? I said pond, prop box, and some watering. I think I talked about all of that. So I think I'm on track. I am on track. I am so excited to be. But y'all was looking at this. Is that what you were looking at? You wasn't even listening to me, was you? Aglaonema frosted ghost. You better get you one. Can you see? Like there's a little bit of a purplish. It's like a lavender when the light hits it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do you see it? I think this is a better shot than it was before. Take a screenshot, go down to your local store, go down to Etsy, do what you got to do. Very simple, easy plant. It does well in soil. It does not require much. It does not require much. Did I tell y'all what pond was made out of? I made a little list here. And let me bring back over my little anniversary hibiscus just for the feels. Just for the feels. So pond is a soil-free mineral scribble scrabble. Scribble scrabble. Soil free, mineral based plant substrate made of pumice, lava rock, zeolites, and some have slow release fertilizer. The one I have, I was using Lechuza Pond, but I don't know what's been going on with them over the past few months. They on a strike. I don't know if they didn't get their government supplement, but they have not been like you can't buy it on Amazon or from the company anymore. So I'll go on Etsy and sometimes somebody will have had a 20-gallon bag and they'll be divvying it up and selling it by the storage bag. But then there was somebody who makes their own, which you can. You get all of the different ingredients, all the different rocks and stuff, and they make their own. And so that's how I buy it. Just search on Etsy. I wonder, do they sell it on Palm Street too? I'm not trying to feed nobody's habit. If you don't know what Palm Street is, you don't need to know. Live your life, feed your kids, take care of yourself, and don't be stuck in the Palm Street streets. You'll be out there shaking that tail for something strange, doing something strange for change just to get you a plant. Don't do it. Don't do it. Take it from somebody who's been there. Don't do it. I'm saying it because I care about you. Oop, a part of my little Lego plant done fell off. I'll fix it off camera because I'll get a little bit too distracted. So that's all I have for today's episode of Monique and Bloom. I hope that you learned a little something, that you were entertained, and that you stick around with me. And if you have any questions, any comments, if there's anything you want to see in the next video, let me know. Drop it in the comments because I'm here for y'all. I'm here for y'all. When I'm watching plant videos, I want to learn. I want to be entertained. I want to see something I never saw before. So if there's a plant that you might be interested in, and if I have it, I can show it. Or I can give you some information about it. I want to be helpful. That little helpful sister girl around the way. So let me know what you want to see, and thank you for tuning in. Bye.